Hey shooters, Rob Tackett from TacStrike. Another exercise that I like to shoot on a regular basis is Kyle Lamb's triple threat drill. Behind me you'll see that there are 3 of VTAC's excellent targets. Each target, if you're not familiar with them, has 3 individual highlighted aiming spots. Center mass, a pelvic girdle, and a head. Kyle's drill consists of 3 rounds to the center chest, 1 round to the pelvic girdle, 1 round to the head on 3 targets. So it's center mass, pelvic girdle, head, transition to the next target, center mass, pelvic girdle, head, and then transition back to the 3rd target, center mass, pelvic girdle, and head. We shoot this at about the 5-yard line, and it's an excellent drill to learn how to drive the gun effectively, to manipulate that trigger, and at this distance, with a M4 style weapon platform, you're looking at offset as well, the height above bore issue. So you have to compensate for all of those things. We're going to shoot it here at the 5-yard line on paper, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go back and we're going to put a twist on it. We're going to add a couple of layers, and we're going to shoot it on steel. Now when we shoot it on steel, the reason we have to change a couple of things. One, we don't have the individual aiming points, so we're going to have 5 rounds per steel, but we're going to add some other layers as well. We're going to add some movement, we're going to add some asymmetrical positions, and we're going to add a lot more distance. So stand by for that. We'll go to that after this. Okay, we shot that in 5.2. Let's give it another go round. All right. We knocked almost a second off, 4.3, and we did not have a drop outside of the highlighted area. So 4.3 is our par time for this exercise at this distance at 5 yards. So let's go back and shoot it on steel and add a couple of layers to increase the difficulty. Stage 2 of the triple threat drill using steel. We've got 3 pieces of TacStrike steel downrange, and we're going to be starting back around where the pickup is. When I get the threat signal from my timer, I'm going to dash to my first piece of cover. That first piece of cover is going to be that vertical barricade that's standing behind me. I'm going to engage target 1 with 5 rounds standing from behind cover. Successful completion of 5 rounds, neutralizing that threat, I'm going to move to this natural piece of terrain here and engage target 2 with 5 rounds kneeling. As soon as that's done, a 3rd piece of natural terrain giving me some low cover. I'll engage target 3 with 5 rounds from prone. This is a 15-hit exercise, and we'll see what we can do. By replacing the cardboard with steel, by adding distance, by adding movement, and by adding use of cover and asymmetrical positions, we've increased the difficulty of this drill dramatically. But at the same time, we're not overriding what we're learning at the 5-yard line. Driving to the threat, use of offset, and trigger speed. We're not overriding those at any point. We're reinforcing them, if anything. By increasing the distance and still keeping that cadence of fire up, we're we're finding our failure point. Now guys, we are all professionals. We have to find the point at which we fail. You cannot come out to the range every day and shoot a couple of rounds in a nice little tight group and feel good about yourself and go home and think you're prepared. It doesn't work that way. We have to push ourselves to the failure point. By using steel, by adding difficulty and adding those layers of difficulty, we can push it and we can find that failure point for ourselves. Steel will help you do this. Do not overlook that. Paper's great. Paper keeps us honest. Steel makes us fast. Steel also gives us a little bit more diversity because we can see what's happening downrange. We don't have to stop the exercise, let our stress level go back down, go up, check tape, and talk about our group. Where we're hitting, where we're not hitting, what we're doing, analyzing that shot group. We don't have to do that. We get instantaneous feedback by using steel. We either see the splash on the steel and hear the audible sound, or we get a splash in the dirt behind it, giving us a clue that we missed. That ability allows us to pick up the tempo. If you're shooting real well, I shot that exercise in 21 seconds. If I do it again, I'm going to shoot even faster because I didn't have any missed rounds. I didn't drop a round in that exercise. So now, the next time I run it, I'm going to try for 18 seconds. The same amount of hits, 18 seconds. Will it take me an extra round? It might, because I might drop something. I might have that miss. But I'm constantly trying to raise that next rung of the ladder. So, make sure you're not overlooking steel in your training inventory. If you've got enough cool guns, you've got enough ammo, it's time to start buying steel. Okay, it'll save you time. It'll really help push your training to the next level. This is Rob Tackett from TacStrike, coming to you today from Practical Firearms Training Range, Pat Goodale's range over here in West Virginia, where I'm the senior instructor as well. And we look forward to talking to you all soon. Have any questions, just give us a holler. You'll find my email and contact information on the website. Talk to you all soon.